Welcome to episode 48 of G Halloran's Beer Reviews. As you can see, today I will be reviewing a Hobgoblin from the Wychwood Brewery. So it's a traditionally crafted legendary ruby beer. So it's described here as a full-bodied and well-balanced with a chocolate toffee malt flavour, moderate bitterness and a distinctive fruity character and a ruby red glow. So it comes in a 500ml bottle at 5.2% alcohol by volume. So this brewery, the Wychwood Brewery, is from Oxfordshire in England. So online, this beer has got some great reviews. I think the brothers on Beer Advocate gave it 91 from memory. So, and a few of the other beer tubers, both Aussie and internationally, have rated this quite well. So I'm looking forward to this. So without further delay, let's crack it open. It's got a chilled pint glass here. Just force it there a bit, I thought. You never know with some of these beers how the head's going to turn out. So I'm just concentrating there. Smells good from here. Alright. Okay, just let that settle for a bit. Yeah, and I'll see if it says what it is. It's toffee flavour, or malt flavour, toffee malt, fruity character as well. So we'll see if that's the case. As for the appearance, it is definitely a ruby red beer. Very similar to cherry, I would say. Probably looks a bit darker in the camera there, but through the light it is definitely a ruby colour. Very close to the stone. Carbonation, moderate to high. Not the most I've ever seen, but it is definitely a bit of carbonation there. Let's get a bit more in there. With the head, it's poured quite well. Over 2 fingers ahead, 2.5 fingers ahead. Smell. Yeah, wow. Definitely true to what it's saying on the back there. I can smell those fruity characters coming through. There's a maltiness to it. And then the fruits. Again, it smells, as I think it was the ruby red that I tried earlier, one of my first couple of reviews, or third review. It's got a very strong smell of cherry. Dark fruits, but the cherry is very pronounced. And again, it smells like a cherry ripe for the chocolate. That is, that the people don't know what a cherry ripe is. That's what it smells like. Yeah, but in a good way. But very, very close to a cherry ripe with a malt undertone there. I'll just try and get the rest of this in here before I take a sip. I want to get all the good stuff in there. As you can see, this head is very consistent. It's probably like a mocha brown colour head, and it's the bubbles are very tightly compacted. So not a thin head by any means. One more smell. Well, cherry ripe all around, but that's what it smells like with it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So cheers. Most important part, the taste test. Cheers. Very malty, and a very strong malt. Excuse me. A very strong malt flavour coming through. And with the dark fruits mixed in there. Yeah, the cherry flavour. Or for me, it's cherry. Maybe a bit of like sultana or dried grape, but yeah, the cherry flavour is quite pronounced in it. And then you've got a moderate bitterness, as it is described here. It says moderate. That's what it exactly says. Yeah, moderate. It's I wouldn't say it's extremely bitter, but the bitterness is there, and it lingers over the palate after you've had a sip. Let's give it another go. Oh, quite carbonated though, and as I said, it's moderately carbonated, but it just hit me there. This isn't too cold either, and I think this is about the right temperature because all the flavours are coming out. If you had any colder, you might miss out some of that. So I'll probably just don't worry about chilling the glass too much. Just get the beer a little bit chilled and go from there. But yeah, it is a great, definitely ruby beer. I'll just give it one more sip and I'll comment on that and then a score. yeah, for this style, it really one of the better ones. Very good. Nice dark fruit flavour, maltiness coming through, with a moderate bitterness that lingers in the palate. Um, Sessionability for me isn't extremely high. During, as I said, with other types of this beer, these types of beer, for me, they're very nice, but sessionability isn't high due to the fact how rich they are. This is a very rich beer. You'd probably have a couple, then you maybe look at moving on to something else or stop altogether. But yeah, so it is quite rich, but it is a great beer, and it you know doesn't pretend to be anything else, so it is good. So what would I give Hobgoblin from the Wychwood Brewery in the UK? I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. I think it's a very, very good ruby ale. It exactly what it tries to be. It is does it very well. Very flavoursome, very enjoyable. So 9.5 out of 10 for the Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin. I'll get that out in a minute. Thanks guys for watching for another G Heller beer review, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.